I've always been told that when the ancestral bell chimes, a new king is chosen. Not by a committee, not by birthright, but by the will of the land itself. It's a sound that calls to the soul, a reminder that the past is never truly gone. My father was one of the men who answered that call. He was a simple man, a farmer, but the bell chose him. He never wanted the throne. He only wanted to be a good man to his people. But destiny has its own plans. They called it a blessing. A ritual to cleanse him, to prepare him for the immense power he was about to inherit. They said it would bind him to our traditions, to our ancestors. But I always wondered what it truly took from him. And so, the festivities began. A new king was crowned. The people rejoiced, believing in a new era of peace and prosperity. They didn't see the shadow that was already falling. They didn't know the terrible secret that came with the crown. To secure the crown, he had to make a sacrifice. A human life for a king's reign. They told him it was the only way to appease the gods and purify the kingdom. My father, a man who once refused to kill even a wild animal, was forced to make a choice that would haunt him forever. The world was changing, and my father's old ways, his rigid traditions, were clashing with new ideas. The kingdom was fragile, and there were whispers of dissent. I heard a foreign dignitary talking about the king's uncompromising attitude. I heard my mother, filled with fear, worried for her life. He was caught between two worlds, the ancient traditions he was bound to, and the modern world knocking at his door. He believed that to change was to lose ourselves, to lose our very identity. The whispers turned into a roar. The king's advisors, fueled by a desire for power, were pushing him to commit more and more atrocities in the name of tradition. An attack on our neighboring kingdom, the forced enslavement of an entire village, all to cleanse the land, to purify our people. It was a lie. They came for me. For my twins. They said it was a necessary sacrifice, a final cleansing. But my father, the man who loved me more than anything, he couldn't do it. He made a choice that day. Not the choice they wanted, but the choice his heart demanded. He refused to be a king who ruled through fear. He chose to be a father who protected his child. The ancestral bell will chime again one day, but the king he chooses will be a new kind of leader. A leader who knows that true strength isn't in tradition, but in humanity.